Just ask, don't beg. Introduction. Have you ever found yourself pouring your heart and soul into chasing a dream, only to feel as though it's always slipping through your fingers, just out of reach? The harder you push, the further it seems to drift, leaving you wondering if the universe is even listening. But what if I told you there's a way, a precise, almost magical way, to align your energy so perfectly with your desires that the universe has no choice but to respond? A way to speak its language, to send out a call so clear, so powerful, that what you seek begins to flow toward you effortlessly, as if by design. This is not wishful thinking. It's a profound truth waiting for you to claim it. Here's a secret most people never discover. Life isn't about fighting endlessly for what you want. It's not about struggling, pleading, or feeling like the universe has locked you out. Instead, it's about learning how to access something far greater, an infinite field of possibilities that has always been within your reach. What if I told you that your deepest desires aren't withheld from you because you're unlucky or unworthy, but because you've been speaking the wrong language? Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every belief you hold vibrates into the universe like a signal. Most people live their lives unaware of this truth. They try harder, push further, and plead louder, yet in their core they carry fear, doubt, or scarcity. These hidden frequencies are what the universe picks up on. It's not punishing you, it's simply responding to what you are emitting. And this is where the real secret begins. The key to manifesting isn't asking harder or wishing louder. It's about aligning your inner world with the energy of what you want. It's about becoming a clear vessel for abundance, love, health, or peace. The universe doesn't work based on rigid rules or limitations. It's a vast dynamic field of potential, and within that field, your energy is the magnet. The great Jacobo Greenberg spent his life studying this mysterious interplay between mind, energy, and the universe. What he discovered was extraordinary. You are not separate from the field of possibilities. You are part of it. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs create ripples that shape your reality. But here's the catch. You can't fake it. You can't say you want something while secretly doubting it or fearing it won't come. The universe doesn't respond to words, it responds to energy. So how do you shift your vibration? How do you align yourself so deeply with what you want that the universe can't help but deliver it? It starts with understanding one crucial fact. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you want abundance, you must embody abundance in your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. If you want love, you must vibrate love, not neediness, not loneliness, but the pure, powerful energy of love. This isn't about repeating empty affirmations or forcing yourself to be positive. It's about transforming your inner world at the deepest level. It's about breaking free from the patterns of fear and doubt that have been holding you back. And yes, it requires responsibility, because once you learn this truth, you can no longer make excuses. Once you know how to tune into the frequency of your desires, the results are inevitable. Chapter 1. The Power of Asking. The act of asking is a quiet force that resides within us all, yet it is often overlooked or misunderstood. From a young age, many of us are taught to value independence, to rely solely on ourselves, and to avoid asking for help. Over time, this conditioning creates the illusion that asking is a weakness, something to be ashamed of. But when viewed through the lens of the universe, asking is not just natural, it is vital. It is the gateway to manifesting your desires and aligning your intentions with the boundless energy that surrounds you. Asking is far more than voicing a wish. It is a declaration, a bold statement of what you want, sent out into the vast web of possibilities. When you ask, you're not just hoping, you're taking charge of your life. It is the moment when your thoughts crystallize into purpose, and your purpose begins to shape your reality. The very act of asking forces you to pause and reflect on what you truly want. How often have you felt discontent without knowing why? When you take the time to articulate your desires, you uncover what's hidden in your heart, bringing clarity to the chaos. But asking is not a one-sided act. It's a conversation, a dialogue with the universe itself. When you express what you seek, you open a channel through which opportunities, connections, and resources can flow. It's as though the universe has been waiting for your signal, ready to align its infinite potential with your intention. At the same time, asking requires commitment. It's a promise to yourself that you are ready to take an active role in creating the life you envision. It is not enough to speak your desires aloud. You must also prepare yourself to act, to step boldly into the path that your intentions carve. Yet for many, asking feels daunting. The fear of rejection lingers like a shadow, whispering that a no is a personal failure. But rejection is not a dead end. It is a redirection. A no can be the universe's way of guiding you towards something greater, something you haven't yet imagined. Then there's the gnawing doubt that perhaps you don't deserve what you're asking for. These feelings of unworthiness often stem from deeply ingrained beliefs that have taken root over time. The first step to overcoming them is recognizing your inherent value and remembering that the universe operates from abundance, not limitation. Asking is not selfish. To believe so is to misunderstand the nature of the universe. There is no finite supply of blessings. The universe is infinite, with more than enough for everyone. When you ask, you give others permission to do the same, creating a ripple effect of abundance. By embracing your desires, you inspire those around you to embrace theirs, weaving a collective energy of expansion and possibility. If fear is holding you back from asking, it's time to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing it as an act of taking, view it as an act of co-creation. You are not demanding. You are collaborating with the universe to shape a reality that reflects your highest good. Start small if you must. Ask for something simple, something attainable, and build your confidence from there. Each success reinforces your belief that asking is not only safe but also powerful. Gratitude is another key to unlocking the energy of asking. When you express thanks before receiving, you create a state of trust and openness. It's a signal to the universe that you believe in its ability to provide. Trust is crucial. Your job is to ask with clarity and conviction, not to micromanage the details. Let the universe handle the how. It knows paths you cannot yet see. The language of the universe is not one of mere words, but of energy and emotion. Asking without conviction is like whispering into the wind. It dissipates before it can be heard. When you align your emotions with your intentions, your energy shifts, and the universe responds in kind. Be specific in what you seek. Vague desires yield vague results. Instead of saying, "I want to be happy," say, "I am grateful for the fulfilling and joyful relationships in my life." Speak as though your desires have already manifested, for this strengthens the connection between your energy and the universe's infinite potential. Visualization amplifies this connection. Close your eyes and imagine that you already have what you desire. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the excitement, as if it is happening now. These emotions are the fuel that powers your request, sending a clear and vibrant signal to the universe. The practice of asking is both an art and a discipline. Set aside time each day to sit in stillness, reflect on your desires, and connect with the energy of creation. Write down what you want in vivid detail, allowing your words to capture the essence of your dreams. Visualize them as real, feel their presence, and speak them aloud with unwavering confidence. Conclude with gratitude, thanking the universe for its role in this collaboration. As you integrate the power of asking into your life, you'll notice a shift. The world will seem more open, opportunities will be more abundant, and your path will be clearer than ever before. Remember, the life you desire is not beyond reach. It begins with the courage to ask and the willingness to believe that the universe is ready to answer. Chapter 2. The Energy of Intention. Intention is the invisible thread that weaves dreams into reality. It is the spark that ignites creation, the silent yet powerful force that bridges your thoughts with the vast energy of the universe. Without intention, even the strongest desires falter, lacking the direction they need to take form. Understanding how to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your intentions is the secret to unleashing your manifesting power. To grasp the essence of intention, it's crucial to see it as more than just a wish or a goal. Intention is an energetic force that propels your actions and communicates with the universe on your behalf. It transforms vague wants into purposeful direction. While desire says, "I want," intention asserts, "I am ready to act to bring this into existence." Intention is charged with commitment, a deep resonance that drives you forward. Everything in the universe vibrates with energy, and your intentions are no exception. When you set an intention, you send out a specific frequency, one that acts like a beacon, drawing in opportunities and circumstances that align with that energy. However, to harness the full power of intention, clarity is key. A focused intention acts like a laser, cutting through distractions and directing your energy with precision. Without this clarity, your intentions risk becoming lost in a sea of doubts, competing desires, or fragmented thoughts. True clarity requires introspection. What do you truly want? This question might seem simple, but it often reveals how much of our longing is shaped by external expectations or societal norms. Your intention must come from a place of authenticity, rooted in your deepest values and desires. Ambiguity yields scattered results. Instead of vague yearnings for more money or greater happiness, articulate exactly what you're seeking. Define your goals in a way that aligns with who you are and the life you envision. When your intention resonates with your values, it becomes easier to maintain focus and motivation. A misaligned intention, a goal that feels disconnected from what truly matters to you, will falter under the weight of external distractions or self-doubt. But when your intention reflects your authentic self, it carries the momentum to keep you moving forward, even when challenges arise. Crafting a powerful intention requires more than mere thought. It demands a conscious connection to your emotional energy. Begin by finding stillness. Quiet your mind and allow yourself the space to reflect deeply. In this calm, write down your intention with precision, using positive and present-focused language. Frame your goal as though it is already realized. Instead of saying, "I want to feel less stressed," declare, "I am calm, centered, and in control of my emotions." Emotions amplify intention. They are the fuel that propels your desires into the universe. To strengthen the energy of your intention, feel the joy and excitement of its fulfillment, as if it has already come to pass. Visualize this reality vividly. Picture the details. Immerse yourself in the experience and allow the emotions to flow through you. Gratitude is especially powerful here. By expressing thanks for what you have yet to receive, you shift your energy into a state of abundance and receptivity. However, intention alone is not enough. It must guide your actions. The universe responds not just to your desires, but to the steps you take toward them. Once you set an intention, ask yourself what actions you can take to align with it. These don't need to be monumental shifts. Even small, consistent actions signal your commitment. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Consistency is crucial. Your thoughts, words, and actions must all align with the intention you've set. Saying you desire health while neglecting to care for your body sends mixed signals, diluting the energy of your intention. Confidence is equally vital. Approach each action with the certainty that it is moving you toward your goal, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Your intentions carry just as much weight as the energy that underpins them. The manifestation process is hampered when an intention is set out of fear, uncertainty, or desperation, since this generates resistance. Put trust in place of fear. Despite your inability to see the way forward, have faith that the cosmos is on your side. Your energy is raised by this trust, which fortifies the bond between your intention and the global flow. Gratitude is transformative. By expressing thanks as though your intention has already manifested, you anchor yourself in a state of abundance. This shift from lack to fulfillment attracts the very experiences you desire. Surround yourself with positivity, people, activities, and thoughts that uplift you. Positive energy amplifies your intentions, creating a magnetic force that draws your goals closer. To deepen your connection to intention, create a ritual that honors its power. Take time each day to reflect on what you wish to manifest. Write down your desires without restraint, giving yourself permission to dream as expansively as you can. From this list, choose the intention that feels most urgent or meaningful to you in the present moment. Craft it into a clear, specific statement that resonates with your values and dreams. Close your eyes and visualize this intention as a reality. Feel the emotions of having already achieved it. Joy, excitement, gratitude. Let these emotions fill you, lifting your energy and solidifying your connection to the universe. As you carry this vision forward, take at least one aligned action each day, no matter how small. That brings you closer to your goal. Through intention, you become an active participant in the creative dance of the universe. Each thought, each word, and each action becomes a thread in the tapestry of your reality. Remember, your power lies not only in what you desire, but in the energy you bring to it. When you align your intentions with clarity, authenticity, and unwavering trust, you unlock the infinite potential within and around you. The life you seek is waiting. It begins with the energy of your intention. Chapter 3. The Law of Attraction. The law of attraction is a profound and universal principle that shapes the fabric of our reality. It operates quietly yet powerfully, weaving our thoughts, emotions, and energy into the experiences that fill our lives. At its core, this law reveals a simple truth. You attract into your life whatever you focus on with clarity and intensity. Your thoughts and feelings are not passive. They are active forces, sending ripples into the universe and drawing back reflections of your inner world. Everything in existence, from the vastness of galaxies to the spark of human emotion, is made of energy. This energy vibrates at frequencies that resonate with the thoughts and feelings we hold most consistently. Positive thoughts and elevated emotions generate high frequencies, creating signals that attract circumstances aligned with joy, abundance, and fulfillment. Negative emotions, on the other hand, emit lower frequencies, drawing experiences that echo scarcity, fear, or conflict. The life you see around you is, in essence, a mirror of the energy you radiate. Imagine your mind as a magnifying glass, focusing the light of your attention. Whatever you direct it toward grows brighter and more defined. If you dwell on what you lack, that lack expands in your experience. But if you shift your focus to abundance, love, and possibility, you draw those very qualities into your life. This is not a matter of wishful thinking, but a deliberate act of co-creation, aligning your inner world with the outer reality you wish to see. The mechanism behind the law of attraction is both simple and deeply interconnected. It begins with your thoughts, which serve as the blueprint for your reality. Clear, positive thoughts act as precise instructions, shaping the direction of your energy. But thoughts alone are not enough. They must be infused with emotion, the vibrant energy that amplifies your intentions and gives them the power to manifest. Emotion adds weight to your desires, propelling them forward with a force that mere logic cannot achieve. Yet even thought and emotion require action to complete the cycle. Taking steps, no matter how small, aligns your physical world with your inner desires. Action becomes the bridge that connects the intangible to the tangible, transforming dreams into reality. The universe responds to those who move forward with trust, offering opportunities, resources, and serendipitous moments along the way. Despite its elegance, many struggle to harness the power of this law effectively. A common pitfall is becoming fixated on what you don't want. Fear, worry, or constant focus on problems sends a signal to the universe, attracting more of the same energy. Similarly, a lack of clarity can dilute your intentions. The universe thrives on specificity. Vague desires yield vague outcomes. Doubt is another obstacle, as it creates conflicting vibrations that can disrupt the flow of energy and delay manifestation. And perhaps the greatest mistake is waiting passively, expecting the universe to do all the work without your active participation. Mastering the law of attraction requires more than understanding. It demands deliberate practice. Begin by defining what you truly want with precision. Move beyond generalities and articulate your desires in detail. Then, take a moment each day to visualize your intention as already fulfilled. Close your eyes and immerse yourself in the feeling of having achieved it. Allow joy, gratitude, and satisfaction to flood your being, raising your energy and strengthening your connection to your goal. As you hold this vision, take inspired actions that align with your desires. Even the smallest steps send a powerful message to the universe that you are serious about what you seek. Trust in the process, releasing the need to control every detail or obsess over the outcome. Obsession creates resistance, whereas faith allows the natural flow of energy to guide you. Gratitude plays a transformative role in this process. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude for what you already have and for what is yet to come, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. This subtle but profound change in perspective opens doors to new possibilities and draws even greater blessings into your life. The law of attraction is not a magic trick, but a way of life. It invites you to become an active participant in your reality, shaping your experiences with intention and awareness. Over time, as you apply its principles, you'll notice remarkable changes. Opportunities appear seemingly out of nowhere, relationships deepen, and a sense of purpose infuses your days. Yet, these outcomes are not the final destination. They are the beginning of a journey, a way of living where every thought, emotion, and action aligns with the vision of the life you truly desire. Adopting the law of attraction means realizing your innate capacity for creation. It is to realize that the world around you reflects the energy you cultivate within. You learn that the cosmos is a collaborator in your development, rather than something distinct from you. As you enter this awareness, you can create a world that aligns with your greatest goals by working together with this limitless energy. Faith and consistency are crucial. Every day try to synchronize your ideas, feelings, and behaviors, and have faith that the universe will always react. By doing this, you take on the role of creator and transcend chance and circumstance. Life is now a canvas on which you may paint your dreams using the hues of your intention and the vitality of your soul, rather than something that just happens to you. As you journey deeper into this understanding, you'll find that the law of attraction is not just a tool. It is a reflection of the universal truth that everything is connected, and you are a vital part of the whole. With this realization, you hold the power to transform your life and manifest your deepest desires. Chapter 4. Breaking Through Inner Barriers. Unseen obstacles frequently arise on the path to achieving your goals. Despite the transformational power of intention and the law of attraction, many people are unable to fully realize their aspirations. Internal blockages, those imperceptible unconscious obstacles that subtly restrict your capacity to draw in what you really want, are the cause, not the principal's lack of strength. When you're ready to sail toward your dreams, these obstacles are like hidden anchors that keep you back. To realize your full potential, you must comprehend and overcome them. Internal blockages are deeply rooted patterns, emotions, and beliefs that sabotage your conscious efforts. Often they reside in the depths of your subconscious, influencing your thoughts and actions without your awareness. They manifest as self-doubt, fear, or feelings of unworthiness, whispering narratives that keep you from stepping fully into the life you envision. Some of these blocks come in the form of limiting beliefs, those quiet, insidious thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "success is only for others." These beliefs, shaped by past experiences or societal conditioning, become invisible walls you unconsciously build around yourself. Fear is another powerful source of internal resistance. Sometimes it's the fear of failure, the worry that you might not succeed and will face judgment or disappointment. Other times it's the fear of success itself, the idea that achieving your dreams might bring new pressures, responsibilities, or even isolation. These fears often go unnoticed, masquerading as procrastination or hesitation. They keep you from taking the bold steps necessary to move forward. Then there is the subtle yet destructive pattern of self-sabotage. This can show up as avoiding risks, giving up too soon, or engaging in behaviors that undermine your progress. It's the internal struggle between your desire to grow and an unconscious pull to stay in the comfort zone of what feels familiar, even if that familiarity no longer serves you. The first step in breaking free from these barriers is to shine a light on them. Self-awareness becomes your compass in navigating this inner terrain. Take time to reflect on the areas of your life where you feel stuck or where patterns of frustration repeat themselves. Listen closely to the inner dialogue that arises when you think about your goals. Are your thoughts encouraging, or do they lean toward criticism and doubt? Often, your emotions provide the clearest signals of internal blockages. Intense feelings of anxiety, frustration, or insecurity can point directly to the beliefs and fears that hold you back. Even the recurring circumstances and relationships in your life act as mirrors, reflecting the energy you carry within. By observing these patterns, you can begin to unravel the hidden threads of your resistance. Breaking through these barriers requires deliberate effort and patience. One of the most effective ways to dismantle limiting beliefs is to replace them with empowering ones. When a thought like, "I don't deserve success," arises, challenge it by affirming, "I am worthy of every opportunity life offers me." Over time, this intentional shift in perspective rewires your subconscious, creating a foundation of self-belief. Equally important is the practice of self-acceptance. Instead of criticizing yourself for past mistakes or perceived shortcomings, approach yourself with compassion. Accept that imperfection is part of the human experience and that every stumble is a step toward growth. When you release the need to fight against yourself, you free up energy to move forward with confidence. Visualization becomes a powerful tool in this process. Close your eyes and imagine a version of yourself free from fear, doubt, or hesitation. See yourself walking with purpose, achieving your goals, and living the life you desire. As you hold this image in your mind, focus on the emotions it evokes: joy, gratitude, and empowerment. These feelings raise your energy, aligning you with the reality you wish to create. Forgiveness is another crucial element in overcoming internal blockages. Resentment and guilt are heavy chains that bind you to the past, draining your energy and clouding your vision. Forgiving others doesn't mean condoning their actions, but releasing the emotional burden they've left behind. And forgiving yourself, whether for mistakes, missed opportunities, or moments of weakness, is a profound act of self-liberation. It allows you to let go of shame and step into the present unencumbered. One of the most persistent blocks many face is the fear of failure. To overcome it, you must redefine what failure means. Instead of seeing it as a dead end, view it as a stepping stone, a necessary part of learning and growth. Each misstep teaches you something valuable, guiding you closer to success. Start small, taking manageable risks that build your confidence over time. With each accomplishment, no matter how minor, your belief in your ability to overcome challenges grows stronger. Self-sabotage, too, can be dismantled with awareness and intention. Pay attention to the triggers that lead to procrastination or self-defeating behaviors. Are they rooted in fear, perfectionism, or a desire to avoid discomfort? Once you understand their origins, you can consciously choose actions that align with your goals, set clear intentions, surround yourself with supportive people, and celebrate your progress, no matter how incremental. These positive reinforcements shift your focus from limitations to possibilities. Resolving internal obstacles is a continuous process rather than a one-time event. It calls for integrity, bravery, and a readiness to confront the aspects of yourself that you have long shunned. However, as you proceed, you'll notice that these once daunting walls start to fall away. When your ideas, feelings, and behaviors are in line with your innermost desires, you'll experience a newfound sense of freedom. You discover more of your own potential with every obstacle you get past. Although the path may be difficult, the benefits are life-changing. You'll develop a strong sense of empowerment and self-mastery, in addition to manifesting the life you've always dreamed of. As you develop further, you'll see that these difficulties were actually meant to help you find your inner strength and resilience, rather than to keep you back. Chapter 5. The Power of Gratitude. Gratitude is more than simply a passing feeling. It's a state of being that has the power to change your perspective on life and how you engage with the world. By practicing thankfulness, You improve your energy, connect with the flow of abundance, and fortify your bond with the invisible forces that shape your life. Gratitude is a dynamic force that opens your heart, changes your perspective, and changes your reality. It is not merely a passive acceptance of wonderful things. Fundamentally, being grateful is appreciating what you currently have, regardless of other factors. It is the subtle but profound understanding that there are innumerable reasons to be grateful in life, especially when faced with difficulties. You are drawn into the present when life's beauty is shown by this knowledge. Gratitude is found in the little commonplace miracles, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of laughing, or the generosity of a stranger, rather than in large gestures or exceptional occurrences. You can ground yourself in a state of gratitude that surpasses transient feelings when you take the time to acknowledge these blessings. Gratitude is a powerful energy that draws more of what you value because it vibrates at a certain frequency. Consider it a magnet that attracts blessings to you. You associate yourself with shortage when you dwell on your shortcomings, which feeds a vicious cycle of discontent. However, you can cultivate an attitude of wealth by focusing on what you have, no matter how modest or commonplace. By fostering faith in the process and creating avenues for your desires to materialize, gratitude helps you close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. This practice has significant impacts on your general well-being, in addition to being spiritually enlightening. Gratitude has the ability to soothe the soul and quiet the mind. Stress starts to fade when you concentrate on the things that make you happy, and your body reacts by releasing feel-good chemicals. Gratitude also fosters the growth of relationships. By expressing gratitude, you strengthen your relationships with other people and foster a positive, trustworthy environment. Gratitude serves as a stabilizing emotional force that gives you hope and strength even in the most trying times. Gratitude cultivation starts with little deliberate actions and doesn't require drastic adjustments or complex rituals. You could begin by dedicating a short period of time every day to thinking about the things you value, because it enables you to go back and experience these happy and thankful moments. Writing them down can increase their impact. Another effective technique is to thank people. Warmth and positivism can be created in your relationships by giving each other a tiny token of appreciation or a heartfelt acknowledgement. Additionally, gratitude encourages you to live in the moment. All too frequently, regrets about the past or worries about the future take up all of our thoughts, leaving little time to enjoy the present. You become more aware of the treasures all around you, both visible and hidden, when you keep your attention on the here and now. Your capacity to completely appreciate and recognize the positive aspects of your life, no matter how minor, is improved by practicing mindfulness. Being thankful for what is still to come can be a life-changing experience. You exude confidence and readiness when you adopt the attitude that your desires are already coming true. This makes it very evident to the universe that you are receptive. In this way, gratitude acts as a catalyst for manifestation, strengthening your goals and raising your vibration to align with the reality you want to build. The true power of gratitude, however, shines brightest in difficult times. It's easy to feel thankful when life unfolds smoothly, but the real transformation happens when you can find gratitude amidst challenges. Adversity often holds hidden lessons, and by seeking out these insights, you shift your focus from what you've lost to what you've gained. Even in moments of pain, there are constants to be grateful for: your breath, the support of loved ones, or the resilience within you that keeps you moving forward. Recognizing these gifts, even when they seem scarce, allows you to navigate hardships with grace and hope. When challenges arise, gratitude offers perspective. It reminds you that life is ever-changing and that difficult moments are temporary. By appreciating the good that remains, you strengthen your resolve and maintain balance. This shift in perspective not only eases the weight of adversity, but also helps you emerge stronger and more aware of the blessings that persist even in stormy times. A simple practice can help anchor you in gratitude, even during life's chaos. Find a quiet space where you can sit without distraction. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, letting each exhalation release tension. Think of 3 things you're grateful for in this moment, things that bring a smile to your face or warmth to your heart. Visualize these blessings clearly, as if you could hold them in your hands, and let the feeling of gratitude expand within you. Speak your thanks aloud, letting your voice carry the sincerity of your appreciation. When you open your eyes, carry that sense of gratitude with you into the rest of your day, allowing it to color your interactions and experiences. Gratitude is more than a fleeting emotion, it is a way of life. It invites you to see the world through a lens of abundance and possibility, transforming even ordinary moments into sources of joy and wonder. When you live with a grateful heart, you open yourself to a life of greater peace, fulfillment, and connection. Gratitude aligns you with the flow of the universe, inviting blessings to multiply and dreams to materialize. As you continue this journey, you'll discover that gratitude is not just a response to life's gifts, it's a force that creates them. By embracing this practice, you unlock a wellspring of joy, strengthen your faith in life's unfolding, and become a beacon of positivity in a world that often forgets the simple power of saying, "Thank you." Chapter 6. Mastering the Art of Asking. Asking the universe for what you desire is not a matter of casually tossing out a wish and hoping for the best. It is a deliberate and profound act, a moment where clarity, intention, and emotional alignment converge to send a powerful message. When you learn how to ask with purpose and confidence, you align yourself with the currents of possibility, inviting your desires into reality with grace and ease. The act of asking is not merely about expressing a want. It is a declaration. It is a commitment to yourself and to the unseen forces that shape your world. To ask correctly, you must do so from a place of faith, certainty, and gratitude. This requires clarity in your intentions. A vague or half-formed wish dissipates in the vastness of possibility, but a precise and vivid request cuts through the noise, signaling the universe with undeniable certainty. When you ask for joy, for example, frame it in a way that defines what joy means to you. Instead of saying, "I want to be happy," declare, "I want to wake each day with a sense of purpose and fulfillment in my work and relationships." Confidence in the process is equally essential. Doubt and hesitation muddy the waters, creating resistance that slows the flow of manifestation. When you ask, do so with the unshakable belief that your desire is already on its way. Trust is the foundation upon which your requests are built, a bridge that connects your aspirations to their realization. Intention is the heartbeat of your request. The energy you infuse into your asking shapes the outcome. Desires born from fear or desperation carry a different vibration than those rooted in love, authenticity, and alignment with your highest self. When your intention resonates with your core values and serves a purpose beyond mere personal gain, it becomes a beacon that draws the universe's attention. Yet, even with clarity, confidence, and intention, many falter in the art of asking because of common pitfalls. Ambiguity is one such misstep. If your request lacks definition, it's like trying to navigate without a map. Another stumbling block is emotional misalignment. Asking while steeped in fear or uncertainty sends conflicting signals, making it harder for your desires to manifest. Obsessing over the details, when and how your request will come to fruition, creates tension that hinders the natural flow of the process. Instead of trusting, you grasp, and in that grasping you lose the essence of surrender. One of the most significant errors is asking from a place of lack. When your request comes from a mindset of scarcity, you amplify that very scarcity. The key is to shift your focus to abundance, approaching your desires with gratitude for what you already have and faith in what is yet to come. This subtle but profound shift transforms your energy, aligning it with the expansive nature of the universe. The art of asking requires balance, a delicate interplay between taking action and trusting in the process. Begin by defining your desire with precision. Write it down as if you are already living it. Let your words paint a vivid picture of your future, one that feels so real you can almost touch it. Choose language that speaks to the present moment, affirming that what you seek is already yours. Emotional connection is the next vital step. It is not enough to simply state what you want. You must feel it as if it has already arrived. Close your eyes and imagine the fulfillment of your desire. What does it look like? How does it feel? Let those emotions flood your being, amplifying the vibration of your intention. Gratitude, in particular, is a powerful amplifier. By giving thanks for what you have yet to receive, you signal to the universe that you trust in its abundance and are ready to embrace it. The language you use when asking carries its own energy. Speak in terms of what you want, not what you don't want. Shift your focus from avoiding the negative to welcoming the positive. For instance, instead of saying, "I don't want to be lonely," declare, "I'm surrounded by love and meaningful connections." This subtle but profound change in phrasing redirects your energy toward creation rather than resistance. Once you have made your request, let it go. Release the need to control the outcome or dictate the timing. Trust that the universe operates in its own rhythm, often bringing your desires to you in ways you could never have anticipated. Faith and patience are your allies, reminding you that what you seek will arrive at the perfect moment. Being open to receiving is just as important as the act of asking. Often, internal blocks, limiting beliefs, self-doubt, or fear of change can prevent you from fully accepting what you've asked for. Trust in your worthiness to receive. Believe that you deserve the goodness you seek and allow it to flow into your life without resistance. Pay attention to the signs around you. The universe often responds in unexpected ways, presenting opportunities, people, or situations that move you closer to your desires. Stay attuned to these signals and be willing to take inspired action when they appear. Sometimes what you receive may not look exactly as you imagined, but it will always hold value, offering lessons or blessings that serve your greater good. To practice the art of asking, create a sacred space for yourself. Find a quiet moment where you can focus fully on your intention. Write your desire with clarity and confidence, using words that reflect your trust and gratitude. Close your eyes and visualize your request as though it has already been fulfilled. Feel the joy, the relief, and the excitement as if it is happening right now. Speak your desire aloud with conviction, and then release it, trusting that the universe has heard you and is working on your behalf. Asking is not merely a technique, it is a profound act of co-creation. It requires clarity, intention, and unwavering faith. When you master this art, you unlock a powerful dialogue with the universe, one that transforms your reality and brings your deepest desires to life. Let go of fear, embrace gratitude, and trust in the magic of the process as you continue your journey of manifestation. Chapter 7. The transformative power of positive language. Language is a powerful force, far more than just a means of communication. The words you speak, both aloud and within your thoughts, carry a vibration that shapes your reality. Every sentence you utter or think sends ripples into the universe, either attracting what you desire or reinforcing the limitations you wish to overcome. This chapter will explore how embracing positive language can not only elevate your energy, but also open the door to manifestation by aligning your thoughts and emotions with your desires. At its core, language is a creator of worlds. It is the bridge between your thoughts and the reality you experience. The words you choose are not just random sounds or symbols. They are vibrational frequencies that influence your internal state and the external circumstances you encounter. Your words, whether spoken to others or to yourself, carry an emotional charge that affects your perception of the world and the opportunities you draw to you. Every word you speak or think holds a frequency. Positive words, those that are full of hope, love, and possibility, lift your energy and open you to the potential that exists all around you. Conversely, negative words, those filled with doubt, fear, or complaint, lower your vibration and close you off to opportunities. The key to transforming your life lies in your ability to harness the power of language to cultivate an inner environment that supports your dreams. Think of language as the reinforcement of your beliefs. Your beliefs, in turn, determine your experiences, and your experiences shape your future. If you constantly speak in terms of lack, frustration, or defeat, you reinforce the belief that life is a struggle. But when you speak with conviction and optimism, you strengthen the belief that life is full of potential, opportunity, and joy. The words you use create a powerful feedback loop, influencing your state of mind and the reality you encounter. The words you choose have the power to either expand or contract your world. They reflect and reinforce the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. Consider, for instance, the difference between a statement like, "I can't do this," and one that says, "I am learning and growing every day." In the first case, you affirm defeat, creating a mental block that keeps you stuck. In the second, you acknowledge progress, inviting growth and resilience. The words you speak create a self-fulfilling prophecy, either limiting or empowering your potential. It's not only your external language that matters, but also the inner dialogue you carry with yourself. The voice in your head is just as powerful, if not more so, than the words you speak aloud. How you speak to yourself influences how you view the world and how the world responds to you. If you tell yourself you're incapable or undeserving, you are programming your subconscious mind to accept those limitations as truth. But when you shift your internal language to one of encouragement and affirmation, you rewire your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Focus determines the distinction between positive and negative words. Negative language focuses on your fears, your desires, or your problems. On the other side, positive language focuses on your goals, your abilities, and your successes. You may teach your mind to see solutions rather than problems by concentrating on the good. For instance, you could say, "I am surrounded by love and meaningful connections," as opposed to, "I don't want to feel alone." This small change in vocabulary communicates to the universe that you are receptive to connection and abundance. Speaking positively does not imply denying bad feelings or acting as though difficulties do not exist. Although it's necessary to recognize and deal with your feelings, you don't need to obsess over them. Positive language just chooses to highlight the opportunities that lie beyond your challenges rather than downplaying them. Say something like, "This challenge is helping me grow and develop new strengths," rather than, "This is too hard." This small shift in viewpoint can affect the way you deal with adversity and create new opportunities for development and progress. The impact of positive language extends beyond your personal experience. It also affects how you relate to others. When you speak kindly and encouragingly, you create an atmosphere of support and trust. Positive language fosters empathy, helping you connect with others on a deeper level. It can diffuse tension in relationships and turn potential conflicts into opportunities for understanding. The words you use with others can either build bridges or walls, creating a space of cooperation or one of division. Moreover, your positive language can inspire and motivate those around you. Just as negative words can drag others down, your uplifting language can lift them up, encouraging them to pursue their own dreams and goals. Imagine being around someone who constantly speaks with confidence and optimism. It's contagious, isn't it? The energy they exude invites you to believe in your own potential and to take bold steps toward your aspirations. You, too, can be that beacon of positive energy, inspiring others to live their best lives. Although it takes dedication and practice, changing your language may be a very effective transformational tool. Saying good things just because you feel like it's appropriate isn't enough. It involves actually changing your perspective and adjusting your words to reflect your highest ideals and goals. Start by taking note of the words you use every day. Are they words that express uncertainty and fear, or are they words of possibility and encouragement? Pay attention to what's going on inside of you as well. When faced with a challenge, what do you tell yourself? Are you tearing yourself down, or are you pulling yourself up? You can start to change your linguistic patterns once you recognize them. Begin by substituting affirmations for negative ideas. If you find yourself thinking, for instance, "I'm not good enough," replace it with, "I am worthy of love, success, and abundance." Continue saying this affirmation until it comes naturally to you. Rewiring your subconscious mind with affirmations might help you replace limiting ideas with liberating ones. Putting yourself in the company of positive people is another beneficial technique. Affirmations, motivational sayings, and reminders of your objectives should permeate your surroundings. Make a vision board with quotes and pictures that inspire you and help you stay focused on your goals. To serve as a constant reminder of your strength and potential, post these visual clues in prominent locations. The 24-hour challenge, however, is arguably one of the most transformational activities. Make a commitment to speak only positively for a full day. No self-doubt, no negativity, no complaints. Stop, rephrase, and substitute a positive thought or statement whenever a negative one comes up. Because it makes you more conscious of your words and how they affect your life, this exercise is immensely effective. You'll observe a difference in your energy, a change in how you see the world, and a change in how those around you react by the end of the challenge. The meaning behind the words is equally as powerful as the words themselves. You communicate to the universe that you are prepared to get what you want when you speak clearly and purposefully. The energy you put into the world is reflected in the words you say and the ideas you have. Make the decision to communicate with love, kindness, and confidence, and observe how your reality starts to change to reflect your innermost wishes. A revolutionary tool that can improve your life, heart, and mind is positive words. The benefits are incalculable, but it takes effort and concentration. Your universe changes when you alter your words. Chapter 8. The Strength of Patience and Trust. Two fundamental tenets of the art of manifestation are patience and faith. Although it's human nature to want results quickly, the reality is that the universe moves at its own pace, and the secret to realizing your dreams is to learn to accept this. In order to align with the energy of your aspirations and let the universe work in your favor, it is not only advantageous to cultivate patience and trust, but it is also essential. This chapter will discuss how to cultivate these traits and how they can increase your ability to attract the life you want. A common misconception about patience is that it just means waiting. It is the practice of letting time pass while still making intentional progress toward your objectives. It is not about doing nothing. You can show the universe that you believe in its timing by doing this, which is an active form of trust. By developing patience, you demonstrate that you accept that things will happen as they should, and that you are prepared to wait for the ideal opportunity rather than pressuring someone to do something. The universe doesn't operate according to your timetable. It has its own sense of timing, which often doesn't align with your immediate desires. This can feel frustrating, especially when it seems like the things you want are taking longer to materialize than you anticipated. However, the truth is that the universe always delivers at the perfect time, even if it doesn't match your expectations. The timing of the universe is based on what's truly best for you, even when you don't yet see the full picture. Patience requires that you surrender to this process, trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. True patience is an active practice. It's not simply about waiting passively. It's about using that time wisely. When you cultivate patience, you use the waiting period to grow, learn, and prepare for the manifestation of your desires. This is where trust comes into play. Trust that the time you are spending waiting is not wasted. It is part of the process. During this waiting phase, you might not see immediate results, but this is the universe's way of preparing you, ensuring that when your desires do arrive, you are ready to receive them with open arms and a heart that is aligned with them. Impatience can create resistance. When you allow frustration to take root, it blocks the flow of energy, preventing manifestation from occurring. The energy of impatience is a form of resistance, and it can prevent the universe from delivering your desires in the most efficient way. Trust, on the other hand, removes this resistance and opens up a smooth path for your desires to manifest. By being patient and trusting in the process, you remove obstacles and allow the natural flow of the universe to guide you toward your goals. Trust is the belief that everything is working out, even if you don't see the results yet. It is the quiet assurance that the universe is aligning with your intentions behind the scenes, even if you can't perceive it. Trust involves letting go of control and surrendering to the process, knowing that your desires will manifest in their own time and in the most perfect way for you. Without trust, doubt and fear can easily take over, sabotaging your manifestation efforts. It's essential to recognize that trusting the universe means allowing space for the unknown. You may not have control over every detail, but you have control over your response, your energy, and your belief in the process. The relationship between patience and trust is symbiotic. Patience allows you to withstand the wait without frustration, and trust provides the faith needed to believe that the wait is worthwhile. Without trust, impatience can take root, and without patience, trust becomes harder to maintain. Developing both qualities requires practice, but with each step, you deepen your connection to the flow of the universe. Developing patience and trust isn't something that happens overnight. It takes conscious effort and commitment to embrace these qualities. One powerful practice is mindfulness. Being present at the moment helps you detach from the worry about the future and the anxiety that comes with wanting something right now. When you practice mindfulness, you focus on the current moment rather than obsessing over what's to come. Meditation is an excellent tool to foster mindfulness, as it helps quiet the mind and center your thoughts on the present. Another way to develop patience is by setting small, achievable goals along the way. When you break down larger desires into smaller, more manageable steps, you give yourself the opportunity to celebrate progress and stay motivated. As you tick off small milestones, you cultivate the belief that you are indeed moving toward your larger goals, even if they haven't fully materialized yet. This reinforces trust in the process and builds the patience to continue on the journey. Visualizing your success is another potent tool for strengthening both patience and trust. Imagine that you already have what you desire. Feel the joy, gratitude, and excitement as if it has already manifested in your life. This not only reaffirms your intentions, but also strengthens your belief that the universe is working to bring your vision to life. Visualization serves as a reminder that your dreams are possible and that they are coming to you at the perfect time. Creating a mantra of trust can also help reinforce these qualities in your daily life. By repeating affirmations such as, "Everything comes to me at the perfect moment," or "I trust the process of life," you train your mind to relax and let go of the need for control. These affirmations become reminders that you are on the right path and that the universe is aligning with your desires in its own divine timing. It's important to find meaning in the waiting period. Rather than seeing it as a frustrating delay, view it as a time to reflect, learn, and prepare. Ask yourself how you can use this waiting time to grow. Are there lessons you need to learn? Are there skills you need to develop? Can you take this time to get closer to who you are becoming, even before you see the results? The waiting period is not wasted time. It's a vital part of the manifestation process. There are common pitfalls when practicing patience and trust. The most common one is extreme impatience. Obsessing over the outcome can create anxiety, which blocks the flow of positive energy. It's crucial to remember that impatience only adds resistance to the manifestation process. Another mistake is the lack of action. Patience does not mean doing nothing. While you wait for the universe to deliver, you must continue taking action toward your goals. The action keeps your energy in motion, maintaining momentum while leaving room for the universe to work its magic. Doubt is another stumbling block. When you question whether what you desire will actually come to you, you send conflicting messages to the universe. This energy of doubt undermines your ability to attract your desires. Trusting the process means believing that what is meant for you will find its way to you, without second-guessing or overthinking. Let go of the need to control how things unfold. The universe knows better than you do when it comes to timing and the best path to take. It's beneficial to remind yourself of prior accomplishments when you're feeling uncertain. Think back to instances where you overcame challenges or brought about what you previously believed was unattainable. This will remind you that you have the power to draw the ideal situations into your life. Speaking with a trusted person might also help you view things differently. Clarity and inspiration to stay on course can be obtained by talking about your worries and listening to supportive remarks. Another skill that helps you stay patient and trusting is gratitude. You may strengthen your connection to the world and elevate your vibration by being thankful for what you now have and what is ahead. Even when you can't see the results right away, gratitude serves as a reminder that the universe is always working in your favor. A simple yet powerful exercise to cultivate patience and trust is to write down your desires and goals. Record the steps you have taken and reflect on the progress you've made. Writing down affirmations of trust and reviewing them daily helps strengthen your belief in the process. Check in with your emotions throughout the journey, acknowledging how you feel and allowing yourself to process any doubts or frustrations. Celebrate your progress and make any adjustments to your approach as needed. Patience, trust, and action go hand in hand. While patience and trust allow you to relax and let go, action keeps the energy flowing. Take inspired steps toward your goals and trust that the universe will provide what you need when the time is right. Remember, what is meant for you will come to you at the perfect time, and the combination of patience, trust, and inspired action will bring your dreams into reality. The journey of manifestation is a dance between letting go and moving forward. Cultivating patience and trust creates the foundation for success, aligning your energy with the universe and allowing your desires to materialize with ease and grace. The more you practice these qualities, the more peaceful and secure you will feel, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly. As we move forward in this journey, we will explore how inspired action and the art of surrender complement this process, helping you manifest with even more ease and joy. Chapter 9. Inspired Action. The process of manifestation is not passive. It is the interaction of belief, intention, and, above all, action. The universe needs your active involvement, even though it is necessary to visualize your goals, think positively, and have faith in it. However, what is needed is not only motion but inspired action, action that comes effortlessly and is in line with your deepest goals. In order to accelerate your manifestations, this chapter will walk you through the idea of inspired action, how to identify it, and how to incorporate it into your everyday life. Inspired action is fundamentally a reaction to clarity, a call from within that originates from a strong sense of purpose and intuition. Inspired acts are effortless, fluid, and energetic, in contrast to forced or required behaviors that accompany resistance. When you sense that the universe is directing you toward the achievement of your goals, and you are in alignment with your vision, you take these actions. It's a harmonious dance with the cosmos, in which your job is to take intentional moves toward your goals. Inspired action doesn't always come in the form of grand gestures or significant decisions. Often it reveals itself in the form of subtle nudges, small steps that build momentum toward your greater vision. You might feel an impulse to send a text, take a walk, or research something you've never considered before. These impulses are not random. They are messages from your intuition, urging you to move closer to your desires. At times, the universe speaks through people, unexpected circumstances, or coincidences that gently lead you toward the next step. It's vital to remain open to these signs and listen to your inner guidance. While we often want to control the how and when of our dreams, it is when we release this need for control that we invite inspired action to take its natural course. Your role is to trust the process, allow yourself to be guided, and take action when it feels right. The act of taking inspired action is not just about doing something for the sake of doing it. It is about working in partnership with the universe. When you take action, you demonstrate to the universe that you are serious about your desires. You are willing to contribute to the manifestation process, creating an energetic match between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. This commitment signals that you are ready to receive what you've asked for, and that you are doing everything in your power to bring it to fruition. There is a natural flow that comes with taking inspired action. When you're aligned with your desires, you'll feel an energetic shift, an internal certainty that tells you you're on the right path. This feeling can be subtle, but it's unmistakable. Your body may feel lighter, your mind clearer, and you may experience a sense of peace and excitement at the same time. These are the indicators that the universe is supporting your every step. However, even the most inspired actions may not always come with immediate results. The important thing is to trust that each step you take moves you closer to your goal. Each inspired action builds upon the next, creating a wave of momentum that will eventually lead you to your desired outcome. Think of it as planting seeds. You may not see the full results of your efforts right away, but with each action, The manifestation process continues to unfold in the background, preparing to bear fruit when the time is right. Sometimes we may hesitate to take action due to fear, doubt, or uncertainty. It's natural to feel resistance, especially when the path ahead is unclear or when the action required feels unfamiliar. The key is to break through this resistance by taking small, manageable steps. You don't need to have all the answers or the perfect plan in place before moving forward. In fact, trying to overplan can be an obstacle in itself. Instead, allow the next step to present itself. Trust that it will, and move forward with confidence. Many people make the mistake of overthinking or overanalyzing the steps they should take. They become paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong decision. But inspired action is not about perfection, it's about flow and trust. The universe supports your actions, even if they seem imperfect at the time. The dread of failing or the uncertainty of the result is what frequently prevents us from moving on. You start to cast doubt on your intuition when you begin to question it. This is the point at which self-confidence becomes crucial. Your confidence in your ability to materialize your desires will increase as you pay more attention to and follow your intuition. You're taking part in a bigger process when you act out of inspiration rather than just doing what you want to do. Together, you and the cosmos become co-creators, bringing your desires to life. Your energy, your deeds, and your trust all have an impact on the cosmos. It initiates action, aligns opportunity, and opens doors you might not have previously noticed. Additionally, taking inspired action generates momentum, which is an unseen force that drives you ahead. No matter how tiny a step is, it starts a chain reaction that spreads to other areas, opening up new possibilities. This momentum accelerates your manifestations by bringing the perfect people, situations, and chances into your life. But without alignment, action is useless. Actions made with alignment and purpose will have a greater impact than those taken merely out of obligation, fear, or pressure. You have to learn to tune into your intuition, listen to your inner voice, and act only when it seems right in order to distinguish the difference. Inspired action is thrilling, energetic, and in line with your soul's mission. It doesn't feel forced or exhausting. Sometimes, though, even when you know what to do next, you will still feel stuck. It's crucial to take a minute to reconnect with your inner purpose during these times. Consider this. Why am I interested in this? What am I trying to achieve? Your motivation will return as a result of this introspection, which will also help you overcome any resistance and gain the clarity you need to proceed. To begin overcoming this resistance, start with a tiny, doable action. Instead than concentrating on the overall goal, divide the work into manageable chunks. By doing this, you can approach the process with greater ease and confidence and less dread and anxiety. Visualizing the result is also beneficial. Think about how you will feel after completing this activity and getting closer to your objective. This visual aid will inspire you to move forward and strengthen your faith in the procedure. It is crucial to keep in mind that no action is too modest. Progress is any step, no matter how tiny, in the correct direction. The secret is to keep going forward with the belief that each step you take will get you closer to your goal. Taking inspired action involves more than just achieving your goals. It also involves the personal development you undergo along the process. Every action you take increases your self-assurance, fortifies your bond with the cosmos, and broadens your awareness of your identity. You develop as a person more and more the more you act inspired. You become more aware of life's flow and start to see the cosmos as a willing companion on your path. The significance of surrender and how to deal with rejection, two crucial components of the manifestation process, will be discussed in the upcoming chapters. As you proceed on your manifestation path, these exercises will assist you in keeping a harmonious relationship with the cosmos. Always keep in mind that the universe is working in your favor and that when you act on your inspiration, miracles can happen. Continue to move forward with assurance and have faith that your desires are already en route to you. Chapter 10. The Power of Letting Go. One of the most challenging aspects of the manifestation process is the art of letting go. We often find ourselves clinging to a sense of control, trying to dictate the how, when, and where of our desires. This need for control, while coming from a place of fear or uncertainty, can paradoxically block the very flow of energy that would allow our desires to manifest. In this chapter, you will uncover the transformative power of releasing control, trusting in the process, and allowing the universe to work on your behalf. Letting go does not mean abandoning your dreams or ceasing to take action toward them. It means releasing the attachment to how those dreams will materialize. It is the act of trusting that the universe has a broader, more expansive view than we do and knows the best way to bring our desires into reality. When we hold on too tightly to our need for control, we limit the limitless possibilities that the universe can offer us. Letting go is about opening ourselves up to the unknown, surrendering to the flow of life, and embracing the unexpected ways in which our desires will unfold. Being inactive or uninterested is not the goal of this release of control notion. It's about believing that our desires are being met, even if we might not always be able to predict how they will be done. The timing and rhythm of the universe are unique and frequently outside our direct comprehension. We show our profound faith in the universe's capacity to fulfill our objectives in the most ideal and timely way when we let it guide us. We frequently encounter opposition when we adhere too strictly to a particular result. This resistance manifests as worry, anxiety, and fear, emotions that surface when we cling too tenaciously to our preconceived notions of how events ought to transpire. These unpleasant feelings are released when we let go of this attachment, making room for calm, clarity, and trust. By letting go, we also make space for new possibilities, unanticipated opportunities, and even bigger possibilities than we had previously thought about. When we are striving for something we genuinely want, it is simple to become enmeshed in the urge to have complete control over our lives. But the more we concentrate on managing results, the more we unintentionally obstruct the flow of energy. Letting go allows the universe to perfectly connect events, people, and situations with our desires, opening us up to the flow of abundance. The need to control can subtly creep into our lives, manifesting as anxiety over timelines or an obsessive focus on specific outcomes. If you find yourself constantly checking to see if things are changing, doubting whether your desires are manifesting, or experiencing frustration along the way, it may be time to step back and release the grip. True peace comes when we stop worrying about the result and allow ourselves to enjoy the journey. When we focus too much on the end goal, we miss out on the joy of the present moment. By letting go, we are also able to embrace the process, savoring each step along the way without being bogged down by unnecessary worry. Another sign that we need to let go is when we feel the need to control every tiny detail. This often happens when we are afraid of failure or unsure of how things will unfold, but the more we attempt to micromanage, the more we resist the natural unfolding of life. In the end, the process of letting go isn't about abandoning our desires, it's about releasing the compulsion to control how they show up. It's about acknowledging that the universe knows the best route, even if it doesn't look exactly like what we had imagined. It takes time and work to learn to let go of attachment to results. Like any ability, it takes time to learn and is an intentional act of faith. Practicing gratitude beforehand is a potent method to begin this process. We change our energy from a state of lack to one of abundance when we express thanks as though we have already had what we have wanted. By focusing on what we currently have, gratitude strengthens the idea that we deserve even more. Instead of living in dread of lacking, it's about living in the space of receiving. Our capacity to relax and have faith in the timing of the cosmos can be significantly impacted by this small change in perspective. Releasing control can also be practiced by remaining in the moment. Enjoy the present you are in, rather than worrying about how or when things will happen. You may detach yourself from worries about the future by practicing mindfulness and meditation, which can be quite powerful at bringing you back to the present. Knowing that everything is going according to plan allows you to develop a greater sense of calm and trust during these quiet times. Realizing that everything is happening for your best interests, even if it doesn't happen when you want it to or how you had hoped, is the foundation of letting go. The universe is incredibly creative and frequently surprises us with outcomes that go beyond our initial expectations. We give the universe permission to design events in ways that are far more wonderful than we could ever imagine when we let go of our attachment to how they should go. Finding a balance between letting go and acting on inspiration is crucial. Letting go does not imply passivity or a failure to participate in the manifestation process. You still have to be present, act with inspiration, and be true to your goals. But after you've started, it's important to take a step back and let the universe take care of the rest. The harmony required for your dreams to materialize is created by striking a balance between action and surrender. Even when things don't go as planned, keep in mind that the universe is always on your side. Allow yourself to be amazed by the variety of ways your desires can come true, and have faith in the invisible forces that are directing you toward your objectives. You create room for the miracles that are just waiting to happen when you let go. Try identifying one want in your life that is now causing you resistance or worry to help you practice letting go. Write down any worries or anxieties that come to mind as you consider why you are emotionally invested in the result. After acknowledging them, intentionally let them go. To help you let go of the attachment, you might even want to write an affirmation like, "I trust that the universe is working on my behalf, and I am open to receiving in whatever way is best for me." You can also symbolize the act of letting go by imagining yourself handing your desire over to the universe. Picture it in your mind's eye as if you are placing it into the hands of the universe with love and care. Let go of the need to control how it shows up, knowing that the universe is capable of delivering it in the most perfect way. When you learn to release attachment to outcomes, you not only unblock the flow of manifestation, but you also transform your relationship with life. You become more peaceful, confident, and open to the many ways in which the universe can surprise and delight you. You learn to trust in the process and in yourself, and you begin to enjoy the journey of manifestation instead of merely focusing on the destination. Letting go is an act of self-love and trust in the universe, a reminder that even when we don't control the details, we are still a part of the unfolding process. In the next chapters, we will explore how to handle rejection and how to create a life that is in constant alignment with the universe's flow. Keep trusting, keep letting go, and allow the universe to show you the way. Chapter 11. Embracing Rejection as a Stepping Stone. Life will inevitably involve rejection. We all encounter it at different stages of our lives, whether they are related to relationships, professional ambitions, or personal objectives. But what if we saw rejection as a necessary step on the way to achievement, rather than as a setback? This chapter will discuss how to change the way you view rejection, deal with it in a constructive manner, and turn it into a chance for personal development and reorientation. Rejection can first seem like a personal failure, a setback to our self-esteem, or a sign that we are unworthy. Hearing no can hurt, especially when we've put a lot of time, energy, and passion into something. However, rejection can be a potent tool for personal growth and self-discovery if we stand back and consider it from a different angle. We can learn to view rejection as a signpost that points us in the direction of better chances, more profound understanding, and a closer connection to our actual purpose rather than as a barrier. In actuality, rejection does not determine who we are. It doesn't represent our value or our aptitude. It's just an indication that something isn't quite right at the moment. Perhaps the position we believed we wanted isn't the best fit for us after all, or perhaps the timing isn't ideal. Rejection is merely a redirection. It's not the end of the path. It's life's method of informing us that something better and more in line with our actual course is ahead. Think about all the times in history when individuals faced rejection, only to go on to achieve extraordinary things. Thomas Edison, after countless failures, invented the light bulb. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination, yet he went on to create one of the world's most beloved entertainment empires. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't suitable for television, and yet she became a household name, an icon of inspiration, and one of the most influential women in the world. These examples show us that rejection is often not a sign of failure, but a moment of course correction, steering us towards something even greater than we originally envisioned. But how do we change our perspective when faced with rejection? How do we stop ourselves from letting it derail our confidence or ambitions? The first step is to replace fear with curiosity. Instead of dreading rejection or seeing it as a negative event, try to view it as a learning experience. Ask yourself, what can I take away from this? What's the lesson here? When we approach rejection with an open mind, we transform it from something to fear into something to learn from. Rejection is also an invitation to reflect on our desires and goals. Often the things we want aren't exactly what we need. Rejection gives us the chance to step back and reassess our path. Are our goals truly aligned with our deepest values and purpose? Are we chasing something because we genuinely desire it, or because it seems like the right thing to want at the time? When we take the time to reflect, rejection helps us realign our efforts with what truly matters to us. Another important aspect of handling rejection is learning not to take it personally. It's easy to internalize rejection and let it affect our self-esteem. We may think that being turned down means we are not good enough, that we are unworthy of success or happiness. But the reality is that rejection often has very little to do with us as individuals. More often than not, it's about external circumstances, timing, or factors beyond our control. When we detach our sense of self-worth from the outcome of a particular situation, we free ourselves from the emotional burden of rejection. We realize that no is simply a reflection of the situation, not a judgment of our abilities or our value as a person. So how can we deal with rejection in a healthier way? First and foremost, it's important to allow ourselves to feel the emotions that come with it. It's natural to feel disappointed, frustrated, or even angry when we face rejection. These emotions are valid and part of the human experience. Acknowledging our feelings instead of suppressing them allows us to process the rejection in a more constructive way. However, while it's important to feel and express these emotions, it's equally important not to stay stuck in them. We need to allow ourselves the space to heal and then move forward. By seeking out the lessons hidden within the rejection and embracing the opportunity for growth, we can prevent ourselves from becoming paralyzed by negative emotions. Another strategy for handling rejection is to seek out support from others. Share your experience with someone who can provide encouragement and perspective. Often we can be our harshest critics, but having someone who believes in us can help us remember our strengths and capabilities. Surrounding ourselves with a supportive community can remind us that rejection is simply a part of the process and that we are not alone on our journey. Talking it through with someone who has experienced rejection themselves can help us gain valuable insight into how to use the experience to propel ourselves forward. Rejection does not indicate that your desires will not be fulfilled in the framework of manifestation. Instead, it can indicate that the universe is pointing you in the direction of something greater and more in line with who you really are. Rejection can occasionally indicate that we are being guided toward a new opportunity that will better support our development, despite the common misconception that it indicates failure. Even if it doesn't take the shape we anticipated, the universe has a way of providing us with what we need. Keeping a good outlook and staying motivated requires trusting the universe's timing and realizing that every rejection is a step closer to the correct path. Redefining rejection as a constructive redirection instead of a negative conclusion is crucial when dealing with it. Try thinking, I was redirected towards something better, rather than I was rejected. This change in perspective can significantly affect our future course. Accordingly, rejection becomes a chance to modify our strategy, hone our objectives, and increase our level of attention. It's an offer to try something different rather than the end of the road. Think about the lessons you've learned from previous rejections as you reflect on them. What can they teach you? How may you have handled it differently? How did they aid in your development? Use the opportunity to ask these same questions and modify your strategy the next time you are rejected. Rejection is more about how you handle it than it is about what really occurs. By deciding to see rejection as a learning opportunity rather than a roadblock, you give yourself the strength to keep going forward with newfound vigor. To help you transform rejection into a tool for growth, take a moment to reflect on a recent experience where you were rejected. Write down the details of the situation and how it made you feel. Then ask yourself what lessons you learned from it. What could you have done differently? How did this rejection ultimately serve your greater purpose? Create a new affirmation for yourself, one that helps you see rejection as a redirection towards something better. For example, "This rejection is guiding me toward the perfect opportunity," or "I am stronger and wiser because of this experience." Let these affirmations remind you that every rejection is a step forward, not backward. Rejection, though painful, is a powerful teacher. It helps us develop resilience, strengthens our character, and deepens our self-awareness. When we learn to embrace rejection as part of the process, we cultivate a greater sense of trust in ourselves and the universe. With every no we encounter, we are one step closer to the yes that is waiting for us. The path to success is never linear, and rejection is simply a part of that journey. By changing how we perceive and handle rejection, we can use it to fuel our growth and move ever closer to our dreams. Chapter 12. Turning your life into a constant flow of manifestation. Adopting a style of being that synchronizes with the universe's rhythm is what it means to live a life in perpetual manifestation. It is an ongoing alignment of ideas, deeds, and aspirations, rather than a passing fad or sporadic practice. You can co-create with the universe in ways that seem almost miraculous when every decision, word, and breath expresses the core of your innermost desires. This method opens the way to plenty, fulfillment, and purpose by transforming life itself into a dynamic conversation with the invisible forces that lead us. Clarity, not simply a passing desire, but a profound comprehension of what matters most to you, is the first step towards manifestation. It all comes down to knowing what you want to contribute, how you want to feel, and the kind of life you want to lead. This clarity serves as your compass, directing your daily choices and activities. Even the most intense wants might fade into nebulous hopes in its absence. However, when intentionality and clarity are combined, you start to live as if your dreams are already attainable, drawing them nearer with each step. However, desiring and envisioning are not the only aspects of manifestation. It calls for action, inspiring, deliberate action that is consistent with your values and objectives. Many people fail at this point because they confuse daydreaming with actual manifestation. Living in harmony with the universe entails being a person who is willing to receive what they want on a daily basis. Consistency, not perfection, is the key. You become a magnet for experiences and opportunities that fit your purpose when your actions are in line with your objectives. The cornerstone of this approach is gratitude. Your energy shifts into a state of abundance when you take the time to be grateful for what you currently have. This alteration is profound. It alters your perspective on the world. You start to recognize the limitless possibilities all around you, rather than concentrating on what's missing. Having gratitude softens the intellect, opens the heart, and makes room for additional benefits to come. It's a state of being, rather than just a practice, one that cultivates profound serenity and faith in the cosmos despite difficulties. Of course, there will be difficulties. Being in a manifestation condition does not protect you from the challenges of life. The trip is filled with disappointments, delays, and rejections, but they also contain unspoken blessings. Every failure serves as a reminder to reevaluate your course, hone your goals, and fortify your resolve. True manifestation necessitates trust. Trust that the universe has a larger perspective, and that what appears to be a detour is frequently a redirection towards something bigger. It's easy to lose faith when things don't go as planned. Letting go is a crucial, often misunderstood aspect of this process. To let go does not mean abandoning your dreams. It means releasing the need to control every detail of how and when they will unfold. When you cling too tightly to specific outcomes, you create resistance, blocking the natural flow of energy. Letting go is an act of surrender, not of defeat. It is a declaration of faith that what is meant for you will find its way, often in ways you couldn't have imagined. As you navigate this path, you'll begin to notice synchronicities, seemingly coincidental events that align perfectly with your intentions. These are the universe's way of affirming that you are on the right track. They are subtle whispers, guiding you toward the people, opportunities, and experiences that are meant to shape your journey. To recognize these signs, you must cultivate awareness. Pay attention to your intuition, that inner voice that nudges you toward what feels right. Trust it, even when logic suggests otherwise, for intuition is often the universe speaking through you. It's not about always seeking out new desires in this constant conversation with the cosmos. It all comes down to striking a balance between aspiration and satisfaction. Setting new objectives and envisioning bigger successes is normal, but it's just as crucial to enjoy the here and now. No matter how tiny, every step you take is something to be proud of. Success is a sequence of moments connected by purpose, hard work, and thankfulness rather than a far-off destination. Living in a state of continuous manifestation gradually changes both your inner and outside situations. You grow more in sync with your mission, more assured of your creative abilities, and more comfortable with the process. A calm awareness that you are always supported takes the place of the obstacles that formerly felt insurmountable. This is the real power of manifestation. It involves being the person who is prepared to receive goals rather than merely accomplishing them. This lifestyle has an impact that spreads. You encourage others to follow your lead when you are in alignment with your intentions. Your energy turns into a beacon that draws opportunities and others who share your vibe. This increases your capacity to manifest for others around you, as well as for yourself, by generating a positive feedback loop of development. It serves as a reminder that manifesting is a contribution to the world's communal energy rather than a self-serving effort. Living in a perpetual state of manifestation means accepting life as an artistic endeavor, a dynamic work of art that mirrors your innermost truths. It's a dedication to development, an openness to change, and a steadfast belief in the invisible forces that lead us. Even though it's not always easy, the journey is always worthwhile. You are creating a world that is exclusively yours with each goal you establish, every action you take, and every thankful moment you experience. As you proceed, keep in mind that you are the architect of your life and the maker of your fate. Have faith in the process, in your goal, and in the countless opportunities that lie ahead. Are you prepared to accept the universe's willingness and readiness to help you? Epilogue. It's important to stop and consider the important realities we've discovered as we approach the last words of our investigation. This journey through the highs and lows of manifestation, rejection, and the skill of letting go is a living experience that changes with every passing instant, rather than merely being a set of teachings. The principles we've covered are not just abstract notions to be contemplated. Rather, they are practices that should be integrated into our everyday lives. They are essential for reaching our objectives, as well as for opening the door to a closer relationship with the cosmos, ourselves, and the core of our future selves. The ability to let go, however, is arguably the most important lesson we can learn. We've talked about how crucial it is to let go of the demand for control and to give up the details of how and when things will occur. Letting go does not mean losing up on our goals or aspirations. It involves letting go of our tight hold on the result, since we know that holding on too firmly simply serves to obstruct the energy's natural flow. Letting go means realizing that we don't have to be in charge of every little thing, and having faith in the invisible forces that are working for us. Rather, we must let the universe guide us toward our purpose by working through us. Knowing that everything is happening in its ideal time and manner requires a great sense of faith and inner calm. And then there is rejection, a concept many of us fear, often equating it with failure. But as we've come to understand, rejection is not the end. It is not a reflection of our worth or abilities. It is instead a necessary part of the process, an opportunity for redirection, growth, and evolution. Rejection is life's way of showing us that something better is waiting for us, something more aligned with who we are and what we truly need. It is in the moments of rejection that we find our strength, our resilience, and our capacity to rise even higher. It's in those moments of no that we learn to embrace the yes that is meant for us, the one that will bring us closer to our ultimate purpose. The universe is always responding to our energy, our trust, and our willingness to grow. So, let us move forward with open hearts, trusting that everything we desire is already on its way to us, just as it was always meant to be.